Today we got a little episode of Fuck Around and Find Out. I may be asking what the hell I'm talking about. Look, Ohio teen beaten to death outside my bad, COVID. I Promise School, established by Lebron James. James responds via social media. Now you still may be asking, what do you mean fuck around and find out? We're gonna go ahead and take a look into that.
Family and friends continue to remember the life of a teenager found dead near the basketball courts at the I Promise School in Akron. 17-year-old Ethan Liming was beaten to death last night on West Market Street, according to the county's medical examiner. Police believe Liming was with a group of friends and they started arguing. That's when the fight started.
Really listen to what she just said and how they explain the situation. So they're saying that the victim, Ethan, was just with a group of friends and a fight broke out and he ended up being assaulted and dying, right? Just keep that in mind.
His principal says he will be greatly missed.
Ethan was kind, he was generous, he was a hard worker. There isn't anything that prepares you for a moment like this.
Kind, generous, and a hard worker. So clearly what? They're trying to paint him as this angel, can't do no wrong, and this is just a travesty, which it is. But just take a look at how they're painting the picture.
His death is now being investigated as a homicide. And since this happened near LeBron James's I Promise School, he offered his condolences in a tweet asking people to pray for the community and also asked anyone with any information about what happened to call police.
Now, y'all heard the story, so of course I'll first want to start off and say condolences to the family. You know, anybody, no matter whatever the reason would be, is going to be heartbroken when you're a parent losing your child, or just anybody. When you lose anyone for any type of reason, you're always going to have that fucking horrible ass feeling. I do send my condolences out to them first. I don't want y'all to misconstrue what I'm about to say. Now, taking a look at this article and just reading what's being presented to me, from how they describe the story on the news, looks totally different than what actually went down. 3 arrested in connection to fatal beating of Ohio teen Ethan Liming. So cool, the killers got caught, right? Article goes to say 3 men have been arrested in connection to the killing of a teenager outside LeBron James founded Ohio High School in early June. Federal authorities announced Saturday. Ethan Liming, 17, was found beaten to death on June 2nd in the parking lot of I Promise School in Akron. U.S. Marshal Service revealed that the federal entity's Northern Ohio Violent Fugitive Task Force and Akron police on Saturday morning arrested Deshaun Stafford Jr., 20, Tyler Stafford, 19, they may be brothers, and Donovan Jones, 21, at 2 different residential buildings in Akron. Now this is where the story gets a little more juicy. Liming, the victim, was brutally beaten to death at around 10:46 p.m. on June 2nd. Authorities have said the teen died from blunt force trauma to the head after he drove around with his friends and shot a water gun at people. So now when I read this after I watched the actual news report, I'm like, wait a minute. They framed it as, you know, he was just this innocent victim with his group of friends, just so happily just randomly got beat and he died. Come to find out, the victim, Ethan, was running around with his friends on bullshit, harassing people. And now, not to say that what they did to him was right, but Ethan provoked these people that was doing nothing to him, had nothing to do with what he had going on. Ethan provoked them to now he's dead and the 3 other victims about to go to jail. They shouldn't have reacted the way they did, but they were provoked. So it wasn't just a random crime that happened for no reason. Like I said, I definitely want to give my condolences to the family, but I'm all about accountability. Like, if you go around fucking with people, you know it's crazy people out here. You can't always try to predict on how someone should react. Just leave people alone, because you don't know. People can react all different type of ways. Sometimes violent, sometimes they try to call the police, sometimes they try to lie on you and ruin your life. Like, you don't know what type of crazy people are out here. So just leave people alone to mitigate the bullshit that you allow into your life. So if you decide upon yourself to go and spray people with water guns randomly, you gotta kind of accept what comes with that. And you just so happily found the right one to go to those lengths. Now, I don't even believe the people tried to kill him. I think they was probably just fighting and he ended up dying. You know, you can punch somebody and they fall and hit the concrete and now they dead. It's not like your intention was to kill him, but a result of your punch or your kick killed the nigga. So now you're a murderer. So it looks like Ethan just ruined a whole bunch of lives for no reason. That's how I see it. He's dead. 3 other black men about to go to jail. Now, it's still on them. Don't get me wrong now. It's on the black dudes for reacting that deeply about how they did. But what I'm saying is, without Ethan running around spraying niggas with water guns, none of this would have happened. And this is the gun right here that they said that he was using. This looks like a jail gun or some shit. A splat ball. I don't even know why niggas have this in the first place. It's like a little kid gun. So we got a little more of the article. I'm happy to report today, officers with Akron Police Department made several arrests in connection with the death of Ethan Lyman. We thank the members of the community for their outpouring of support that helped investigators throughout this investigation, said Akron Police Chief Stephen Milet in the news release. So do y'all see how it's being framed? Like I said, I understand a man died, and condolences to his family. He wasn't just a victim of a random crime. He went out and decided to spray niggas with a water gun, and then he got the right ones and they end up murdering them. I'm pretty sure not intentionally. So Ethan was fucking with them and they end up beating his ass and he ended up dying. That doesn't sound like just this, oh my god, we really got some thugs off the street. Ethan was provoking these dudes, but they framing it like, you know, get these guys off the street, they're just fucking horrible. Now taking into account like, oh, Ethan was fucking with these dudes and provoked them to do this. While I believe the news of the arrest will be welcomed by Ethan's family and loved ones, we all recognize that nothing will bring Ethan back, he added. Violence in this country must stop. We are losing too many lives to senseless acts of violence. What about the senseless act of harassment? You can't go and do bullshit to people and then be mad at how they react. Not saying how they reacted was correct again, but they were provoked. So it wasn't just a random act of violence. Because honestly, there's a lot of people you can push their buttons enough to get them to be physical. Are they still just 100% in the wrong for me going and harassing them and then now they getting physical? Or do I take some accountability in that because I'm around here fucking with people? But these are the 3 guys they arrested. My boy right here on the top right look like he don't give no fuck. And like he'll do it again. And we got my boy right here. His hairstyle, I don't know what they got going on. And then buddy right here. Okay, and then we got a little more information. Police said that in the moments leading up to the incident, 1 or more occupants in the Lyming's vehicle were riding around the surrounding area, shooting a splatter ball water bed blaster at objects and possibly unsuspecting people, according to a statement cited by Fox News. Then they drove to the basketball courts, where you gonna find what? Niggas. Where the group of teens targeted or approached the subjects who were on the court and fired the gel soft gun at them in an incident that apparently provoked the killers. So that statement right there, like I've been saying throughout this whole little video, they drove around looking for trouble and they got it. These dudes is just probably chilling at the court playing basketball, but Ethan and his friends wanted to go fuck with people, so they approached the black dudes and shot them with a gel gun for what? Now Ethan dead, and these 3 black dudes probably finna go to jail. If you just remove Ethan and his friends from the situation, Ethan is still alive, and these black dudes get to live the rest of their life. But yeah, let me know y'all thoughts down below. When I seen this, I was just like, wow, like this dude wanted to fuck around and end up ruining 4 lives, himself and 3 other black dudes. You want to shoot gel pellets at niggas at the court for no reason. You couldn't find nothing else better to do with your time, but the news was framing it as he's just this total victim, when in actuality, this man was fucking with people at the court for no reason. But hey, let me know y'all thoughts down below. Tell me what you think about this situation. And if you did enjoy the content, make sure you click that like and subscribe button and join the sect. We out.